Oh boy, was I up to no good this weekend. I was, oh, don't take that the wrong way, but I was at the PSG Leicester game, playing journalist for the day, and I had a lot of fun. I watched Leicester challenge themselves and challenge PSG in the International Champions Cup, and that is a friendly. Take it at face value, take it with a massive pinch of salt. It's not a dramatic indicator to how far Leicester need to go in order to compete against PSG. But what it was a nice insight into some player relations and how last year's most liked and loved, should I say, beloved coach, Claudio Ranieri, seemed a little frustrated at times when he was there. So I watched their game against PSG. I watched Riyad Mahrez in particular. And I also was just a few seats away from me was Arsene Wenger, who was there watching football, as many people responded angrily to me on Twitter, because I suggested that Arsene Wenger had an alternative reason to be there, an ulterior motive, some would say. He wasn't there just to watch football. I mean, think about it. You watch football every single day of your life. You watch endless tape. You watch your team train. You watch your team play. You go home and you're watching tape again. On the night of, you're going and watching more football. You're not strolling down Venice Beach as he was doing the other day. And people are saying, oh, but they're playing Leicester 2 games in. I'm pretty sure the scouting of last season and this season is going to be enough for Wenger to understand what he's up against next season with Leicester. I don't think he had to be there in person. But I think Wenger was a little bit sneaky. I think he knew full well what his being there would do to the transfer rumours that were circulating concerning Riyad Mahrez. So I did some prying. And as you'll see here, I asked Claudio Ranieri the question in the press conference, the question that set alight headlines across the world, stating that Riyad Mahrez didn't look too comfortable, and asking Ranieri what his thoughts were on the transfer rumours.
My question is focusing on Leicester. The team as a whole last season were very unified. I think that was one of the main reasons that Leicester was so successful. So this season, with the sale of N'Golo Kante and the rumours surrounding Riyad Mahrez already, has there been a sense of dip in team morale, or is the team morale still very strong and still are you confident going forward?
Of course, when you lose a player as Kante, is normal. You have to arrange something different. And also without Vardy, we lose something of our strength. And Riyad, maybe he is attracted from all these rumors and speculation, but that is also experience for my players. And it's important he understand, he stay with us, he had to improve his fitness, he had to play for the team as well last season.
You're watching Leicester City. Will you be keeping an eye on Riyad Mahrez? Any truth that you've bid for him?
Yes, of course, we watch all the players, you know, but we play Leicester in the second game of the championship, so of course it's a good opportunity for us tonight here to see them.
Would you like Riyad Mahrez though, yes or no?
I cannot give you a yes or no because we do not publicize our transfer interests, and the best way to make things happen is to keep it as secret as possible.
Have you bid for him though?
You didn't understand very well what I just told you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Arsene. Appreciate it.
And it so happens that after this response from Ranieri, that Leicester have agreed around a £7.5 million signing Krasowia's Polish winger Bartosz Kapustka, the 19-year-old who is confirmed to have moved to Leicester, plays out wide. And he was actually in the Euro 2006, won man of the match in Poland's winner against Ireland, so he looks like a real talent. Now, is it a coincidence that they're signing this wide player? And that's not saying he's coming in as a direct replacement for Riyad Mahrez, who may be moving elsewhere, but it seems to all be falling into place. And I wasn't just tweeting out my thoughts. I actually had some sources, some independent sources at the game who were confirming that Arsene Wenger was there to watch Riyad Mahrez and watch the team as a whole. But yeah, kind of focus on Mahrez, confirming his interest. And that's not saying that Mahrez is going to move. It's just stating that Arsene Wenger has vocalised that he's interested in last year's Premier League Player of the Year. So it really was interesting to gauge those thoughts and just sense the feeling around Leicester's team. As you see there from Danny Simpson, he wants Mahrez to stay when I asked him about it. He wants Mahrez to be part of this team. So is Jamie Vardy. He's vocalised that Mahrez should remain part of the team. But with N'Golo Kante moving on to Chelsea, and if Mahrez moves elsewhere, what happens to this Leicester team, this team that was so united last season? The team morale was unbreakable. And it seems already that from what I took from that game, that Riyad Mahrez was a little frustrated, maybe distracted by the rumours. And you never know, that might mean that he might be moving elsewhere. But we'll keep a look on the story and we'll see what happens in the future. But it was fun to play journalist for the weekend. You never know, we might be doing it again pretty soon to find out what's going on in the world of football. What do you think? Do you think Mahrez is making his way to Arsenal? Do you think he's staying put at Leicester this season? If he moves, what does this mean for Leicester's chances next year? What is the realistic expectation of their Premier League finish without Mahrez and Kante? Do they go on to repeat success, or are they just trying to finish top 10 or stay safe, as Ranieri says when he's playing down their hopes next season? Hit us in the comment section below. Hit me up on Twitter, Francis_Maxwell, and I'll see you guys very soon.